Yes. Do all the YouTube things like? No, but seriously, let's ask the question. So, in case you've been living under a rock the last couple days in the hockey world, Gavin McKenna of Penn State and the presumptive first overall pick in the upcoming entry draft has been charged with felony assault and a few other smaller charges. But the most serious charge, if he got the maximum sentence, could be for up to 20 years in jail. Do you still draft this player? To get to the answer, let's start with the circumstances. So, the most widely reported version of events is that Gavin McKenna was out at the bar and somebody at the bar made a derogatory comment about his mom. And as such, Gavin, defending his mother, broke the person's jaw and may have sent them to the hospital. My first thought, if these are the circumstances, is very sympathetic. Don't insult my mom, bro. So I think we can all understand and sympathize with Gavin here, if this is indeed what happened. And it even shows character to a degree, that he cares about his family to that extent. Where my concern in the circumstance lies is that were I a presumed top draft pick where I am going to be an important piece of an NHL team, I am not putting myself in any sort of circumstance where something like this can happen. Now, of course, I know it's not that simple. Life circumstances are what they are. You want to be a person and not just a robot. You want to hang out with your friends or even your family if they were with Gavin at the time. But it's still possibly a questionable decision to even be at this bar on January 31st. From a purely hockey standpoint, absolutely, I would not be upset with Otto Stenberg. But my number one pick is still Gavin McKenna. Of course, this leads to the other nuance. What happens in the case? Is Gavin McKenna even available to play in the NHL anymore? Not knowing his potential legal status is a risk for any NHL team, including the Calgary Flames, which is why I'm making this video. Obviously, teams are going to be tracking this case and its circumstances very closely. If Gavin McKenna is serving any sort of jail time, I think that risk is too high. If, and I suspect, if the charges are not all out dropped, this is where it will go. He ends up with some form of probation. I still think I can convince myself to draft Gavin McKenna. If the circumstances are as they've been reported, it's not ideal, but the guy was standing up for his family. If it turns out the circumstances are different than has initially come out, then obviously that changes the calculus. But we shall see. And of course, all of this is dependent on where the Flames are drafting. I don't see Gavin McKenna falling outside the top 3 unless he's doing some kind of serious jail time. So, depending where you're drafting, he still may not be available. But my opinion is, if he is available, you take him, if the circumstances are what I outlined. But, tell me what you think. I'm fascinated to hear everybody's opinions on this. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, go Flames.